Hi guys, welcome to another UK travel vlog. My name is Nicola and I love taking you along on my travels as I work in the travel industry and hospitality to go and see iconic, interesting and intriguing hotels around the world. You don't need no bus, you don't need no shuttle, you don't need no taxi. It's complimentary, so I'm like, I don't know, is there like a bottle of Dom Perignon? Handprints on top of the headboard. Paid for overnight parking and it was £40. A late checkout is going to cost you £60. Like an early check-in, that's going to cost you £90. Oh my gosh, guys, stop it. Be that hard to work a TV? Really? I am absolutely stuffed, so I'm so ready to go back and have a peppermint tea in my room. They say that airport hotels are just a place to crash, but I think I may have found an exception to the rule. So today we'll be staying at the Sofitel London Heathrow. Between the French luxury fragrance and the quiet luxury, you'd never really know that there was a runway outside. And today we're going to find out if this is actually the best airport hotel in Europe or just a fancy way to beat the morning traffic. Heathrow is the fifth busiest airport in the world and it has like 80 million passengers travel through it every year, and T5 here alone handles about 30 million of those. So having a luxury 5-star hotel that you can just walk to directly from the terminal is really unique. So to get to the Sofitel, you want to take the lift that's opposite Marks and Spencer's in the arrivals hall, which is just here. So before we get into the room tour, I'm going to give you the information that I know you want, and that is the cost of this room. So for this evening, I paid £215, and that includes breakfast for their entry-level classic room. Now, I've just walked from the arrivals hall to the hotel via the covered walkway, and I timed it on the stopwatch on my phone, and it literally took just only 2 minutes and 40 seconds. So the connectivity and access from arrivals to this luxury 5-star hotel, especially after you've been on a long haul flight, is incredible. You don't need no bus, you don't need no shuttle, you don't need no taxi. You can just literally walk in your own sweet time. And when you do walk in here, you're walking into what has been voted the best airport hotel in Europe, not once, but for 6 consecutive years in a row up until 2025 by Business Traveller Awards. So I'm really intrigued to take a look around and to see what they've got going on that makes it so special. Oh, and before I forget, it's really easy to get into central London from here. So you can hop on the Heathrow Express, which is going to cost you about £10 one way. And in less than sort of 20 minutes, you'll be arriving into London Paddington. Okay, guys, so this is first look at the room. What do we think? Very clean lines, very modern design. I'm not going to lie, there's a lot of beige on beige on beige action going on between the leather chairs and the curtains and the wall. But then I guess, you know, it doesn't blow you away, but then it doesn't offend anyone either. We've got a really comfortable queen size bed. It looks very nice. And one thing I really like and appreciate are the reading lights here, because at night time I love to have that sort of ambient lighting, not too bright, but you can read your book if you want to. Got this nice little leather detail headboard going on, and I don't know if it's just me being fussy, guys, but I did notice this just now. Is it me, or is that handprints on top of the headboard? And Whose handprints are those and why are they there? But yeah, also why hasn't it been cleaned? So yeah, I think that could do with a bit of a wipe down. There's a bedside table with a nice little contemporary lamp here. And there's just a little note about changing your sheets. They're just doing their bit for sustainability, so they'll just change them as and when you need them to be. We've got another bedside lamp over here, your notepad and pen. This is interesting, I like this. They've got the turn down service, but only if you request it. And I think at an airport hotel, that's really important because you're most likely here because you've got a flight to catch and they don't want to disturb you unnecessarily. And then also you've just got your phone and you've got access to the spa, the restaurant, the concierge, and room service is 24 hours, which again is great when you're at an airport hotel and you could be waking up ravenous at like 4 a.m. in the morning. I'm actually surprised that this is their entry-level classic room and it's so spacious, so they get top marks for that. This leather chaise lounger, it's giving a sort of like 80s vibe, isn't it? Or is it me? But it actually does look quite inviting. So it's actually like a chair with a separate footstool and it's quite comfy actually. I kind of feel like I want it to recline, but it doesn't. But yeah, I could still sit here for a minute and chill, yeah. Your guide to London so you can get some inspo for your next trip. Really good size work area here. And I've noticed down here, it's got all these points. So if you need like your audio, video, PC, HDMI, I don't even know what half of these mean, guys. As long as I can charge my phone, I'm good. But if you need those to work, then you've got all of that there for you. I love the fact that they've got a full length mirror so you can check you're not looking all raggedy before you head out for your flight. Okay, so I'm quite excited about this because on check-in, the lovely lady at reception said that the mini bar was complimentary. So I haven't had a look yet, but I'm expecting there's just going to be water in there. But I'm like, she was like, it's complimentary. So I'm like, I don't know. Is there like a bottle of Dom Perignon? I don't know. Let's have a look. Right, so moment of truth, guys. What do we think is in here? Oh, other one. Ta-da! Okay. So we've got some still and sparkling water, apple and orange juice, a couple of Cokes. We've actually got some beer. There's some alcohol in here, which surprised me considering it's complimentary, and some whiskey. Now, I don't drink beer or whiskey, so I won't be touching those, but I'll definitely be having some water and juice. And yeah, here's the little note saying, please enjoy with our compliments. So here is the closet. Oh, so there's only one bathrobe, but this is a room for two, so that's a little frustrating. I do like the cute soft luxury hangers and plenty of hangers for your other bits and pieces too. We've got the usual suspects down here, your hairdryer. Oh, we've got some slippers, so I'm going to put those on in a moment. We've got a sewing kit and a shoe mitt and a laundry bag. Top tier refreshment area over here. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's actually nice to just have a really decent sized cup to have your tea, like the same size cup that you would have at home. So I'm gonna have a nice cup of peppermint tea later because they have got my favorite in stock right here. You've got your teas and your sugars. They've also got some bickies. There's a venison whirl and a shortcake. I think I'm gonna go for the venison whirl, guys. If you're a coffee lover, they've got an espresso machine here and some pods to go with it and some cute little branded espresso cups. And obviously I am thrilled and over the moon that they have a kettle. So I'll definitely be plugging that bad boy in later. And if you want to grab some ice, you can pop it in there. Let's check out the bathroom. Okay, nice shower. All looks lovely and clean. Oh my gosh, guys, stop it. They've got Balmain products in the bathroom. Stunning. Really lovely shower, and I'm still shocked. I was expecting products maybe like Elemis, but to have Balmain is incredible. They've got really nice marble detailing in the bathroom. There's only one sink. I think we would have preferred two, to be fair. we've got another little goodie over here. It's just some body lotion, which I find odd because we're next to the sink. It would have been nice to have a hand wash there as well, but never mind. And a couple of glasses. And this I was definitely not expecting, and I think it's a really nice touch. They've only got a TV in the bathroom and it's directly above the tub. So as you're having a soak in the bath, you can watch TV. I would actually really love to have a bath later and watch TV. And I remember I had a massive fail at Chateau Denmark where the TV mirror, the huge TV mirror wouldn't work. So I'm gonna try this right now. Right, so this looks like the power on and off, but nothing's happening. I've got the remote. The remote doesn't seem to be working. It's not a touch screen situation. So now I just feel a bit silly. And again, I feel like I'm gonna need to call, but I always feel like reluctant to call because I bet I'm doing something really silly. But I'm like, can it be that hard to work a TV? Really? So I am going to call down and hopefully get someone to explain to me how the bathroom TV works. And then after that, it's dinner time. So I'm going to go and find some food. Now there's 4 restaurants here, which I think for an airport hotel is quite a lot. There's T5, which is a bit of a play on words considering we're at Terminal 5, but it's tea as in cup of tea, and they do classic teas from around the world, and they do like the traditional afternoon tea, but they shut at like 4:30. Then you've also got Vive, which is like their open style kitchen, which serves international cuisine, but I think I'm going to have breakfast there tomorrow morning, so I probably won't eat there tonight. They've then got their 2AA fancy French restaurant, which I'm not going to embarrass myself by trying to pronounce the name of, but they serve French and British cuisine. So I think I'm going to head to Sphere, which is a bit more of like a casual vibe. It's like a lounge. It does like cocktails, beers, wines, and it's got more of like a pub infused style menu. So I think we will head there for dinner. A little update on the TV situation, guys. It wasn't me being silly at all. Apparently none of the TVs in the bathroom work because they are not currently in service anymore. Boo-hoo. So this is the entrance to T5 where you can get a really good afternoon tea or lunch. But as I said earlier, it is currently closed, and that's their menu. If you were curious as to what delights were in store at the French restaurant, here is the menu. Really cute little gift shop with everything you can need, all your souvenirs. So you can do a bit of souvenir shopping or any last minute bits you've forgotten.
It's got starters that range from like £7 to £10, and I'm currently toying between the hummus and the prawns. And the mains are kind of like pub style classics, and they range from like £12 to £20. And it looks like their favourite champagne is Laurent Perrier, but I am going to save my pennies and just go for a Prosecco.
I've gone for the hummus to start, and I'm gonna have the chicken curry for main, so I'm looking forward to that. It's quite a nice little vibe in here. It's quite dark, quite intimate. There's a bit of background music going on, so if you just want to chill out, it's a nice little spot to be in. This butter chicken looks absolutely delicious. It's about to be devoured. The food was really good. The service was great. It actually came really quickly, and I am absolutely stuffed. So I'm so ready to go back and have a peppermint tea in my room. I've got to leave quite early in the morning, so I won't be coming to the gym first thing, but I thought I would just show you anyway, and I wanted to come and take a peek myself. We've got some decent techno gym treadmills, love those. It's actually quite a decent size. They've got a nice bit of equipment spaced out, and I feel like if you wanted to do like a little bit of a yoga stretch or a little bit of a circuit down in the corner here, you'd be able to grab a mat and do that as well. Not too bad at all. It is time for a relaxing bath and then it will be bed. And I did find another bathrobe on the back of the door, so there are two. I've enjoyed my little stay at the Sofitel so far, but right now it is time for me to go to bed. So I'm just going to finish off my peppermint tea and then we are going to head to breakfast in the morning. Good morning, guys. I had a great night's sleep. The only thing to report is that there's no charging points by the bedside table, and I do find that a little bit frustrating. But anyway, we are off to breakfast, so let's go. Good morning. I'm good, thank you. How are you? I will. Would it be possible to just have a couple of scrambled eggs with some ham and chives and onions, please?
We have coriander and we have parsley.
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you. I've got the largest portion of scrambled eggs I've ever had. And very nicely they brought me my hot water and lemon and an apple juice. So I'll get stuck in. I've had a lovely little time here at the London Sofitel Heathrow, but it's time to go home now. So before I go, let me just give you a little wrap up and let you know what you need to know. So firstly is the little extras can start adding up. So just so you're aware, I paid for overnight parking and it was £40. And if you would like to have a late checkout up till 5 p.m, it's going to cost you £60. And if you'd like an early check-in, because your flight gets in early, that's going to cost you £90, and that's available from 9 a.m. There is also a spa here. Now, I forgot my swimming costume, amateur mistake, epic fail. So I couldn't show you, and I did really want to check that out. But you get access to the hydro pool, the sauna and the steam room for £40.
And then obviously, if you want to have a treatment, they've got massages and things like that available anywhere from £85. And I think you can have like a bamboo treatment for like £130. So that's the kind of prices that you're looking at here. And the last thing is just to say really that the only thing that was a bit disappointing was that the TV in the bathroom didn't work. So I was quite looking forward to kind of like having a relaxing bath and watching something in the TV, but never mind. There's a lot of things that I loved about this place. Firstly, this is an entry-level room and the space in here is really generous. So I think, imagine there's a couple of you and you've got 2 suitcases each because you're going off on your travels and you've got everything. You're not sort of squeezing around, trying to get around everything in the room. You've got a ton of space. So we love that. What else did I love?
I think it's really lovely that they offer a complimentary minibar. There's not a huge amount in there, but imagine you've been on your travels all day, you get straight into your room and you're absolutely gasping, and yeah, you've just got access to some water and some juice, especially if you've got kids or something, so you've got a chance to refresh before you kind of get unpacked and get down to the restaurant. That's a nice touch. And the fact that there's a couple of beers and some whiskey in there too, and that's complimentary, is it's pretty unusual. The service in the restaurant was really quick and efficient last night, and I think again that's important, especially when you're in an airport hotel. You might want to go to bed early because you've got a flight the next day. You don't want to be hanging around for 45 minutes, an hour to get your meal. So definitely 10 out of 10 for that. Really nice touch with the elevated bath products in the bathroom with the bowman. Love that. And then finally, the thing that really sets this hotel apart from any other in Europe is the fact that you've got that direct walkway access to T5. So it's less than 3 minutes walk. And if you've got a flight there, you're landing in or you're taking off from Heathrow Terminal 5, this is honestly the best place for you to be. Right, if you've made it this far, thank you so much. I'd love it if you could subscribe to the channel and drop a like down below. Let me know in the comments, if you were traveling out of T5, is this the kind of hotel that you would be staying at or not? I'm quite excited for next week's video because we're going to jet off to warmer climes and I am going to take you to quite a newly launched hotel. So stay tuned and I will see you next week.